Hi folks, quick video. Recently I did a video talking about, you know the tares. You can recognise them. But the same is said for wheat, and the same is said for when you see wheat in a church full of tares. That wheat can really stand out. And that's what happened. 19th of September 2021. That is what happened. I met someone who appeared as if she'd been in the presence of God. She had that shimmer, that shine about her. And the way that she reacted to things, the joy that she had. Part of the reason why the way she was come about as slightly flirty, and it did. It come across as slightly flirty, but the reason why is because, as I say, I would swear, if I had to swear about what happened, I would swear that her spirit recognised mine at that point in time. Because the way she was speaking, the joy she had, there was, everything just was, okay. But she was weak. At that point in time, she was weak. So in a church full of tares, you could see this obvious wheat in there. And she stood out. The problem is, would she stand out now? I do not know. Well, because, as I said, the last time I was in that church, I was in the entrance of the church, and there was a group, I think, of 3 or 4 women. In fact, I think 3 it was. Could have been 4, but I think 3. And I didn't interrupt them. I was speaking to someone else. First of all, the lady, I think, who was doing a tin coffee, and then a gentleman. And as I was going, I then said, well, ladies, you take care. Bye-bye. That's it. I didn't even recognise her there. Well, I found out she was there at a later stage. She was one of those 3 ladies. So I was like, okay. Yeah. I wish I were. As I say, I hope she can come out of that once God sets up this new church. I hope she can. Do I think she will? I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's none of my business. I really don't care. I mean, as I say, on the day that I believed that the 2 of us were supposed to be husband and wife, she put a picture on her Facebook basically telling me to fuck off or fuck you. And as soon as she did that, then that was it. What happens in her life is her business. Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I got a relationship with God. What did you get? Yeah. Yeah, I'm now a son. What are you? Yeah, so it's like, okay. Yeah. You put a picture up, which basically she put a picture up of her holding her dog, but with her wedding ring being right in the focus of the photo. Right there, forefront. And that was put up on that morning. It was later taken down and put up a few months again later. But that was clearly put up on purpose. As a message. And it's like, okay. As I said, other times, that message was received loud and clear. But as I say, that's why from that point in time, what she does is her business. I'm simply saying, this was an example of, recognising wheat in a church full of tares. And, Yeah, that's why she stood out, because she was at that point in time weak. I say, yeah. What the situation will be in future, I don't know. I mean, one thing that is quite likely is that if I'm involved in the church that God, the new church that God makes in this area, will she come into that church? Yeah, or will she stay in something that's dead? Well, yeah, if the way she deals with her offence is, to either say that I've got to be banned from their church or she can't come into the one I'm in, then unfortunately she could be condemning her soul for eternity for that. And that's why I've said all the way along that is not a wise move in any way, shape or form to do that. Not at all. And yeah, look, God is not going to force an opening. No. God would not make two churches of this new church in this area just so that she can go to one. No. It'll be up to her. Same as it's up to everyone else. It's up to everyone. I mean, there could be people in the River Church the same who may be weak. I don't know of anyone. I can't recognise anyone, actually. No. But you don't know, as I say, you don't know where people are. But if they would rather be offended at what I've said about their church, than come into this new church with me there, then okay. That's up to them. Yeah. Well, that's the point. If the wheat has been surrounded by tares and listening to tares about how they should conduct themselves, well then, yeah. So it is a problem, of course it is. It's like they say, if you give your life to God but you stay in the world and you stay being of the world, it's very difficult to live according to Christ. According to, being this new creation. And that's because it is really difficult. Yeah. But the problem is you have this situation that being in the church can be worse than being of the world. Just out there. Yeah. Because just out there you're not getting the churchiness. You're being fed with that. You're being fed with the world, but you're not being fed with churchiness and the world. Churchiness is far more dangerous to wheat than the world is. Yeah. Yeah. Went to church earlier. It was okay. It was good. Yeah. It was more worship today. I don't think there was actually any preaching or teaching really. Today? No. It was mainly worship. There wasn't much in the way of anything biblical today. There was a couple of bits. He was talking about visitation. Don't miss your visitation. That when God is going to visit you, don't miss it. Okay. Well, that actually got me thinking, okay, but if you've gone through and you are now a son, and, you can now approach the throne, do we need a visitation? Should we expect that we would ever get a visitation? Because we can now go directly into the Holy of Holies. So if you can go directly into the Holy of Holies, you're visiting God anyway. So if you're visiting God, do you need a visitation? No, because you're the one doing the visiting. You don't need God to visit you if you're visiting God anyway. So that was cool. There was one bit talking about, one of the songs, in the sense of, I didn't know that you would be giving me this favour, or, your favour. And that was interesting because, that spoke to me big time about my situation, but also Peter. Yeah. Would Peter have denied Christ if he realised that he was going to be the rock that the church was going to be built upon? Well, the answer is, of course not. No. But that's the point. Yeah. We can only see what we can see. We can't see beyond that. And that was actually quite cool because I've been struggling recently with regards to all of this stuff that's going on. Yeah, this court case is still going on with regards to the dogs, and yeah, they've been rehomed now, so I accept that I won't get any of them back. But what's going to happen with regards to this? Well, okay. Yeah, I've been speaking about it a lot today with people, and speaking to God about it a lot today. And so it's quite interesting that talking about favour, because I know that doing that stand, which I just mentioned at the beginning of this, because that's how it started, really. 8 months of that. That was God's favour. God's favour was upon me in that. And the things that he's given me, the things that he's told me during that time and since then. Yeah, that's been favour. I mean, there's been so many times that I've been absolutely, astounded by his blessings, and the fact that he's given this to me. He's given certain understandings to me. And so, So, but then when looking at, I know that over the past couple of months, definitely, there's, certainly the past month, there's been a lot of difficulty with regards to that. It's been getting harder and harder and harder to try and see things in a positive way, to the point of considering, very, very seriously considering, going bankrupt with regards to debts and stuff. And I've been speaking to God about that, asking God about that. But no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see what God does with this case, because even though I don't believe God has promised that he's going to do something marvellous and fantastic and wonderful, he is more than capable of doing something marvellous, fantastic and wonderful. So, I'm just going to have to wait and see, because, there is so much that God can do. And as I say, I fully believe that God wanted the dogs taken away. But maybe the reason wasn't just for what happened then and for the stand and for everything. Maybe this case lasting as long as it has, maybe there's still something that God wants to do with this as well. So, we shall see. It is definitely a case where time will tell very soon. So there you go. I'm going to leave it to it. You take care. God bless. Speak to you soon. Be blessed and be blessed. Bye-bye.